Hi everyone, my name is AJ Apuyan. I'm from the Philippines, and today I have Jeffery Ozawa, also from the Philippines. And actually today we're happy to share with you why we actually choose NZSE as our school to better improve our journey as students and as business professionals in the future.
One major thing that we considered when enrolling in NZSE is its program on internship.
Are helping us to actually shift from being a student into practicing what we actually learned from the experience. Yeah. Actually, one of the reasons I think why I also choose NZSE is that aside from having a diverse group of students, we're learning every day, even out of the classroom. We're actually learning from the culture, traditions that we're actually putting in the school. Aside from that, I also realized that NZSE is actually as a category 1 provider, right? The school is actually providing us not just a theoretical experience of how to learn things, but they're actually giving us, most importantly or ultimately, the hands-on experience on how to really develop skills. For example, communication, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, leadership, that's very, very important. Teamwork, and how we can actually develop these experiences into developing ourselves as a ready and prepared professionals into practicing our business careers in the future.
That's one major concern of the international students, because they can be exposed to a lot of options, but the questionable in terms of quality in the other schools or institutions. And NZSE affirms and the quality of education as required by the NZQA.
Yeah, and I think that having all these qualifications and criteria met by the school, we're actually offered a lot of the pathways that we can actually go to. Number one, Master University is actually recognizing us, so that our students from the level 7 can automatically go and pursue higher education in the master's program. At the same time, that a lot of partners are actually keen to help us immerse our students in this particular field. And so even before graduating, we already have the opportunity to learn, to master, to experience the skills outside the school. At the same time, have the opportunity of
That's one more thing with NZSE, because they have career partners as well. While the students are still studying, the career services are exceptional, and they have a lot of partners also for the students even before internship. Yeah.
And I think the next thing that I want to really highlight is that our tutors are actually industry leaders. I have to say that, because based on how they actually teach in the class, that these people have something to say, relevant things to actually share with the students, at the same time assisting us to really understand the concepts and how to apply these things when we go out of the classroom. And most importantly, also, I realized that the student services program is actually very active. It's not just about having class in the four corners of the classroom. It's about experiencing the things outside the classroom, developing us in other skills and key components of how it is to be a student in New Zealand. At the same time, how to develop
preparing the students outside of
our personalities, our professional careers in the future.
Preparing to be work ready.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the next thing that we have to talk about is why is it that we choose business? Aside from a lot of offerings that NZSE is actually giving us as international students, we chose to actually go for the business program, because number one is that we know that the school is actually active in supporting students to have partners outside the school for them to realize in business, for them to realize that you can have a future in business.
The pathway to business is very robust. You have a lot of choices, and the student services especially guides us in the specific pathways we can go through, and very clear. We have identified which pathway we want to go, and the school and the student service and the career services themselves help us identify which and guide us in
which program. Actually, the business field is actually a broad industry, and that people will say we have a lot of opportunities out there, but I think the school's direction is to focus on how the student will realize that business may be broad, but you have to master some skills. You have to master a specific industry, so that when you graduate from the school, you can have actually a great direction on how you will actually maximize the learning, the career that you actually formed out of studying here, and how you can actually go for that career that will actually shape your future as well.
Yeah, personally, my inclination to business is marketing, and NZSE offers 4 marketing core subjects.
The pathways.
Correct.
Yeah, the programs actually, when we check before enrolling to the course, when we check the course outline, the course offerings, we're actually happy because most of the subjects are actually dealing with how we can use all of these in the one year study, and for us to be able to develop these skills and form these as strong foundations of how we will become best professionals, not just in Auckland, not just in New Zealand, but as global workforce members as well.
And what's good with the business at NZSE is because they do not just have this box type of formulation of or curriculum. They adjust this one to the industry needs, like for example RCSR subjects.
Yeah. So I think if you want to experience the same thing in New Zealand, go to NZSE, because this is a school, this is a college that will provide you not just academic learning, but the formation of who you are, formation of who you want to become, and formation of who you have to become as part of this workforce and as part of this industry.